And
Hey
we
there,
froze.
Danielle Matthews here. I am so excited to be bringing you another episode of real people having real results with this incredible redox signaling technology. And as I always share, this is something that I've been working with for years, and I have gotten paid in goosebumps watching the shifts and the transitions, truly the transformations in people's health because they start taking this. And it's so interesting because it does something different in every single person. It goes in, it helps your body find where you have damage, and it alerts your body so it can repair that. And so every single episode, we have a different story, a different evolution of what this has done in their lives. And so today I'm bringing you Tammy. She's over on the other side of the US from me out in California. So Tammy, thank you so much for coming. And why don't you just give a little bit of background about you and let everybody know a little bit about who you are.
Thanks, Danielle. It's really great to be here with you. Some days I'm not sure if I appreciate being in California, if I want to be over there in Florida with you.
It's a good place to be.
All right. Um, so my background is I've been the observer pretty much all of my life, and I wanted to understand what made people tick because I just seemed to see things that other people were oblivious to. And it's like I couldn't understand how they didn't see what was happening in their life. So I took every psych course that I could, and then I eventually got a PhD in philosophy, specializing in holistic life counseling. And I was in the middle of writing a book and creating a course when I was introduced to ASEA.
Ah, incredible, incredible. Well, let's jump right into that. So, how did this intersect with your world? Because it wasn't me that shared it with you. It was like, through a chain of events, this got into your world. And I love hearing how, like, all the links in the chain go, and the ripple effect that happens. So, share with us what happened with you and how this crossed your path.
Well, the book prompted me to call my friend, whose wife is my minister, and um, just to skip over the whole big thing of it. Before I got off the phone, he says, "Oh, by the way, Tammy, I have something. I love you, and because I love you, I have something I would like to share with you." And so we went through a bartering process, and some different things, and we traded products because I had something else that I was taking, and then he talked me into getting on a webinar.
Mm.
And about 30 minutes into the webinar, because I really wasn't interested in it, I really was just like, okay, whatever, I'm just going to help my friend out here, and see what he's got just to appease him. But about 30 minutes into the webinar, I was texting him. I'm like, okay, how do I get this? I need this in my life now because I understood the science behind it because I'd also gone to nursing school
Mhm.
and I'd taken all the clinical. So I really understood what we had here in this bottle and I needed it in my life like yesterday.
Yeah, I love that story. It's so funny because it's like, even when we're resistant, it's like this has a way of working its way into our lives if we're meant to be a part of this and utilizing it. Because I too, when it came into my world, I was like, yeah, no, thank you. And I mean, I pushed it away for like 6 months. So I commend you for being open enough to say, look, I'm trying this. I like it. You try it. I'll try your thing. Let's see where we end up here. But I'm so happy that he got you in front of the information because this is so different than anything else. It's not nutrition, it's not a CBD, it's not an essential oil, it's not like all this stuff we're used to hearing about supporting our system. It's a totally different science. And I'm so grateful that it clicked in your mind because of your background, because of what you've been able to study in your life and what you know. So, talk to me a little bit about what this has done for you, what you've noticed, and what you and your family have experienced.
Well, initially, I didn't feel like I had any health problems, which I felt I was very, very lucky for. And I'll explain that in a little bit. But um, so for me, initially, it was the beauty aspect of it because
Mm.
our our gel formula was created as a beauty product, and I've spent some crazy amount of money for things to try to keep my body looking as young as I can. And when I got this, I was in the middle of doing some work at home and I wasn't having to go out, didn't put on any makeup or anything. And I thought, all right, I'm going to give this stuff a try. And they said, I wanted the maximum results in minimum time. And they said, these are the results. They've seen some pictures for 3 weeks time frame. And I was all right, let's see if this is real. So I was putting on every 2 to 3 hours and 2 to 3 hours, like for the first 3 weeks. And it was like one guy, when I posted my results, he accused me of lying literally in the group. He's like, lady, why would you do that? Why would you put that out there? He's like, we can all see that this is pictures of you when you were younger. And so I actually went back and found pictures of when I was younger and, looked better. And then, because he had said his wife had tried it and she didn't have the same results I had.
Hmm.
And so then I had to go through a whole explanation about what I was doing every 2 to 3 hours, because I wanted to see those maximum
Yeah.
results.
Yeah, and smart. I mean, it's interesting. I always describe this technology as like it's like you're putting these construction workers into the body to go and repair. And if you're drinking it, it's going into your systems internally, right? Each and every cell and going, okay, this needs repair, this needs recovery, and helping that happen. But when we do it on our skin, we can see the shifts faster because our skin cells are turning over and it's a visual shift. Elasticity gets better, your skin starts to glow, the wrinkles go down, and it's fabulous to watch. And the more you put on, the faster it happens. So I love that was like you got it. And you're like, okay, let's prove it. I had a friend who he's a veterinary researcher, and he put it on half his face because he was like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
let's have a visual of what it does if I put it here and not here. And like, it was incredible after 3 months. Like it was such an obvious shift that his wife said, look, this is getting a little crazy. Like put it on the other side. So you proved your point. It works. So something that has always, I think, touched my heart with your story, and as I've gotten to know you, it's this thought that you've had around keeping yourself well and keeping yourself healthy because of your family history. And so can you talk a little bit about that and why, even as a healthy person, you're proactively utilizing technology like this?
Absolutely, Danielle. The reason I got so excited about it when my friend had me go to the webinar because of the science is because my father was only 41 when he died of a heart attack. And my mother, from the time she was 43, she couldn't work any longer. She was in bed most of the time. And, me being younger and trying to deal with it, it was like my joke. It wasn't a joke. It's funny, but, not funny. I would say that she would have great big handfuls of pills for breakfast, lunch, and supper, and little tiny pills, handfuls of pills for snacks in between. And from the time she was 43 to 50, she just, kind of was there. And then she had a defibrillator pacemaker put in when she was 50, which, they assured us was supposed to make her life better. And it didn't. It made it even worse because from that point, from the time she was 50 till 56, it was basically she just got up to take her handfuls of pills and go back to bed, eat and go back to bed. And that was about it. It was not very much interaction. So for like the last 13 years of her life, she had no quality of life at all. And she died 1 week before her 56th birthday. And so this has been very crazy, amazing, and emotional for me this year because it was my 56th birthday this year. And on my 56th birthday, I had called Dr. David and I was like, David, I just need to do this. I need to say something. And well, I'd actually reached out to everybody else, but they were really busy that day. So it was meant for David to come on. And he's like, really, Tammy, now? And I was like, yes, David, now I need to talk about this now. I need to do this now. I need to record this now. He's like, but okay, if we do it right now, because I'm on my way to go play golf, but I'll do this for you because it is that important to get this message out. And for me, um, if anybody was in double jeopardy, one would think it would be me, with my genetics and my both sides of my family like that. But I'm very healthy, and I feel that that's probably because of how I've taken care of myself, and we always can do better. But once I seen the science behind this and what it did, then that got me so excited to share this because even on my mother's brothers, only one of her siblings lived Beyond that, everybody else died before they were 50. And so for me, I this is very close to my heart because I want my children and my grandchildren to be able to live as long and strong and healthy as possible, as long as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you're sharing that with others and you're helping people realize, I think our journeys, our paths, they teach us certain lessons. And I think to me, it's like then it's about turning around and helping others learn that same lesson. And, my life changed because of a car accident nearly 10 years ago. And it put me on a very different track. But it also made me realize like tomorrow's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed for any of us. And so, what are we doing with our time? How are we spending our energy? Who are we supporting and what are we doing? It made me very conscious of that. And it also, subsequently, because of what happened with my health after the accident, also made me realize like, we have one body, we need to take care of it. If we don't have our health, nothing else matters. And so, I think it's such a powerful thing to help just build an awareness around and help people understand. I think the world is waking up after what we've been through over the last couple of years with this pandemic. Of people are saying, wait a second, I need to take my health under my own control. And how do I keep my system strong? How do I keep myself to be proactive against anything that might pop up, whether it's through my genetics like you, or it's through external things. So thank you for sharing that and bringing light to that message. And I guess last question I have for you and final thoughts is, why is this something that you feel the world deserves to know about?
I feel the world deserves to know about this because life is short. And, like I said, my mother spent the last 13 years of her life in bed. And life is short. And this is something that can help so many people live their best life as long as they are here.
Yeah.
So even if tomorrow is your last day, at least today you enjoyed it. Rather than being in bed and being sick and, all that kind of stuff. So living to the fullest to the last day you're here is so close to my heart.
Yeah, absolutely. I can feel it. And I thank you so much for coming on here. And guys, if you have questions, there'll be links below. You can click, get more information. And I would say reach out to Tammy. She's happy to explore this more with you, let you know how this could support you, to get you back to your best health. And then, of course, keep you healthy moving forward. And we're happy to answer questions. We work very closely with Dr. Silverman, as Tammy mentioned. And if you have any questions for him, you can always connect in there too. So thank you so much for coming on, Tammy. And thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful day.